Oh, thanks. Yeah, all right.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Rock Shop with Ralph, your source for all things entertainment. We got the Queen's edition tonight. Woo. In front of me, front and center, I can't believe it. We have vocalist from Hardline, Johnny Gioeli. And guess what? He's from Howard Beach, Queens.
Hell yes. Hell yes, Ralphie.
What's up, Johnny baby?
Not much, man. How you doing?
How am I doing? I'm on cloud nine. I mean, I got to tell you, Johnny, over the past 2 weeks on my show, I've had, because I'm a huge Dio fan, I've had Vinny Appice, the drummer. I've had Scott Warren, the keyboardist. I've had Simon Wright last night, the other drummer from Dio. And now I got Johnny Gioeli, my boy from Howard Beach. I can't believe this shit.
I love it, man.
I think I just crapped my pants.
All right, that's okay. Thank God we can't smell on the Zoom.
Anyway, Johnny, I can't say enough how much of a fan I am of you. There's not a long history, but there's a history between me and you. We used to mess around the same neighborhood, pound the same pavement, get the same scrapes, ride the same big wheels in Howard Beach, Queens. Crazy. Most people don't know that about you.
That's why no. Yeah, so I was born in Brooklyn and raised in Howard Beach. It was a nice little mob community.
Hey, watch it. You see Goodfellas up there, The Sopranos? Watch it, Johnny.
Don't worry, I know a couple of guys. So, yeah, it was I was very, very young. I moved out of Howard Beach when I was 4. So I moved to, I don't know, it was weird. It's like, my dad was very busy. And then next thing I know, I'm in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, in the Amish country.
Oh, my God.
I think it was witness protection. I'm not sure.
What the hell happened there?
No one's talking. So, yeah, it was awesome times. Yeah, and I used to ride my big wheel. My grandmother lived around the corner. I would tell my mom, I'm going to grandma's. We have some bagels, the best bagels, potato knish, off from Cross Bay.
From Cross Bay Boulevard.
New Park Pizza.
New Park Pizza, that a boy. That's how I remember you and your brother. I used to hang around there, and your grandmother lived by a certain person's house.
Yes,
and
very
very. And it was. You were a little older than me. You don't look it now. You're like 20 years old. So we used to hang around, play around punch bowl, hang out by the church a little bit. We weren't great friends, but we hung around. And I always said, because I wasn't your typical metal guy. I loved metal, I loved rock, but I never dressed like that. Because in Howard Beach, everybody dressed, as I was telling you before, like a coujine. You had the DA, you had the decks on, all this shit. So anyway, when you and your brother started getting into music, you had the band called Killer Hit.
Yeah.
That's how I remember you. And Killer Hit eventually turned into Brunette.
Yes, that's exactly right, man. That was the humble beginnings.
And now here's a question I have for you.
Sure, man.
Dana Strum helped Brunette, correct?
Yeah. So yes, exactly. So we got involved in this movie from Francis Ford Coppola's son, Roman Coppola, and we did this movie called Smash, Crash, and Burn, which is exactly what happened to the movie.
It never came out.
It never came out. Thank God. Call it injunct in the business. It was injunct. It was pure junk. But anyway,
it was a learning experience.
But it was. And back in that time period, we couldn't afford bubble gum, so it was a great paycheck. But Dana Strum, they hired him to produce, and that's when we really, really got intimate with recording studio process. I mean, we really worked hard. And Dana Strum actually introduced us to the song Hot Cherie.
Which was by the band Streetheart.
Yes.
Most people, come on, Dane.
Bro. Yeah, no, people don't know this shit. Ralphie, are you kidding me?
This is the Rock Shop with Ralph, John. You're one of the boys. I'm not just some schmuck with a microphone here.
You're not some schlep behind a mic. So,
that was a cover. Most people don't know that.
Yeah, it's exactly. Most people don't know. To this day they think we wrote that song. We didn't, but that was introduced to us by Dana, and from that point, that made Brunette very, very popular. That song, and then the rest is history. And the interview's over. Gotta go. No kidding.
Come on, listen. I'll come over there to Connecticut. No,
I know.
I've been waiting 7 months for this. Anyway, but speaking of Brunette, you guys broke Van Halen's attendance records at Kazari's. You guys were on your way until you couldn't stand fighting against one another all the time.
Yeah, it was weird. It was a weird scene. We sold out. Yeah, we broke records. We sold out in 20 minutes, but we never got a record deal, Ralphie, off of that. A lot of that Hollywood bands, they were selling out, and the places were packed with chicks and the whole thing.
Right.
We never did, and I know why. I'm going to be honest with you.
Why?
We didn't have the songs back then.
Really?
We didn't.
What?
We're still learning and growing, and
Didn't you get help from Bret Michaels? Didn't Bret Michaels help you guys out?
Yeah, he did. He did actually, because we all go back to.
He's from Pennsylvania. He's from Harrisburg.
Pennsylvania. Yeah, he's from Harrisburg. Yep. So when we transitioned into the witness protection plan in Pennsylvania from Howard Beach,
I can picture you there.
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
How long gaze at each with your hat on?
I'm telling you, Ralph, you wouldn't believe it, man. So it's like, we're these rock guys in the basement. Oh, the house is shaking. Oh. But these guys would come to the front door. The Brethren guys, they're very, very nice. And the Amish would selling cantaloupes and shit. And we're like, we had our long hair. Like, oh, no,
what the fuck is this?
We're good. But anyway, it all sort of worked. But anyway, so we, so we knew Bret from Pennsylvania. When we hooked up in California, this is a funny story. This is a scoop, man. This is like, you should send me a check for this, because this is a scoop.
I'll send it to you, no problem. I know you're hard up for money, no problem. But I'll help you out. I got a great job.
I'm good, bro. I got enough money to last me the rest of my life, bro. But it's got to be like 15 minutes. Short. No.
I tell you what, I'll buy you a dozen bagels and I'll buy you a pie from New Park.
Are you kidding me? I'm in. I'll meet you there.
All right.
So Bret Michaels had this incredible PR girl. Her name was Deb Rosner. I got to find Deb too. She's still around somewhere. But this is a funny story, man, because we were desperate. When we first got to LA, man, we were gonna crush people. We're gonna make it. We're gonna do everything we can within the law to make it, right? So my brother's on the phone with Bret Michaels.
Joey Gioeli, whoever doesn't know.
Joey, yeah, my brother Joey. He's on the phone with Bret Michaels. And he's like, yeah, Bret, we're here, man. Yeah, thank you. He's like, okay, yeah, we'll meet you for dinner at the Rainbow, blah, blah, blah. All right, bro. Yeah, cool. Okay. And Bret said goodbye and hung up. But my brother pretended that he was still talking. He's like, okay, Bret. Yeah, man. Oh, hey, thank you, bro. That'd be really cool. He was already gone. And when he hung up, Deb Rosner said, well, what did he say? He said to open up all your contacts and help us out with interviews and magazine people and just work on showcases.
Oh, shit. That's the Howard Beach in him.
That was the Howard Beach in him right there. You Fugazi'd her.
Yeah.
So, Fugazi. So, so Deb Rosner goes, okay, well, he's my boss. Boom. Opened up the Rolodex.
Oh, wow.
And so, okay, I want you to contact this person. We're going to get a couple shows. We're going to do this. And that's how the whole thing started. So God bless Bret.
Yes. So the story goes, Brunette fizzled before it even started. You guys wind up dissolving the band. Neal Schon, of all people, is dating your sister.
Yeah, married her.
You can't get a better friggin' guitarist than that. And you guys.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, bro, but yeah. But we never looked to Neal for any help. They were together 8 years, and my brother and I, it's the Howard Beach in us. We're going to get it done.
Yeah,
regardless. And we even sitting across the table, eating a plate of baked ziti or whatever, or some arancinas or whatever.
Did you teach him Sunday dinner? Does you know what Sunday sauce is?
Yeah. Well, he's half Italian.
Is he?
He's half. That's good. Yeah, it's the good half.
All right, only the good half, right? Like Goodfellas said. It's the good half.
I don't know what the other half is, but anyway, kidding. We had my mom and my grandmother. Their hands were permanently round for making meatballs. And they're just go. So anyway, Neal was such a down to earth, still is a great guy. We never thought of him as like sitting having dinner. It's like, oh my God, Neal Schon from Journey. We didn't look at him like that. There was a couple of realizations in my life, and I'll tell you a couple cool stories, but it wasn't until we had like a holiday get together in Pennsylvania. At Christmas time, we'd fly from LA. We'd go visit, mom and dad and all that stuff and have Christmas together. Neal would always go. and my brother and I were working on this project called Brothers. And it was going to be like a really heavy, hard, kind of hard rock Nelson Brothers kind of thing. Well, Neal came sprinting into the kitchen because he heard something he liked. He goes, "Wait, play that again." It was it was a song called "Face the Night," but which was on a very, very early Hardline record. And he goes, "Let me see the guitar." And he started playing. We're like, "Oh my God, man, that's incredible!" Because Neal is
a phenomenal guitarist. Yeah, I mean, he was at 18 years old, 16, playing with Santana.
Yeah, incredible. So, so we asked him at that point, we're like, "Hey, Neal, would you be interested in helping us, by producing this record?" He goes, "Well, man, I'm working on the new Bad English record, but let me see how much time. Let's get back and let's get to work." So literally, bro, I would spend all day at his house writing. I had a little studio set up. I'd write all day.
And you play guitar as well?
Yeah, I play guitar, drums, piano, all kinds of things.
I mean, people think you were just as a vocalist.
A lot. Yeah, I play with myself. I play everything. It doesn't matter. So
you played a male organ too, right?
Yeah, of course, the skin flute.
The skin flute and the male organ. Okay, all right, we got that out of the way.
Yeah, we're good. So Neal would come home from the studio late at night working on the second Bad English record, and then we'd start to work again. "All right, Johnny, let me hear what you got." "Okay, I got this song. It's called Can't Find My Way." And we, and all the ideas, and then we would grow them from there, him and I. And then lyrically, I'd work with my brother. We would work together on lyrics and stuff. And that. So after a while, Neal fell in love with this music and said, "You know what? I don't want to play this freaking Bad English pop shit anymore. I just don't want to do it." Sorry, nothing against Bad English.
No, I got you.
He just didn't want. He wanted to show people that he could really freaking hold it down.
Right.
And so he asked to join the band, and we said no.
What?
We said no, Ralph. We were like, I said no. He was so upset. He told my sister, he goes, "I can't believe they don't want me in the band." And we had a different vision. We were a little strunad. We still saw the long hair thing and the
right. Meanwhile, the climate was changing.
Yeah,
you didn't see that.
So in the end, which was the beginning, I said, "Listen, it can't hurt anything. It's gonna."
What do you think?
Yeah, right. But I mean, we were so focused, man, on what we wanted to do that we just didn't even let anything interrupt that. I mean, so Neal joins the band. He goes, "Look, I'm taking Dean with us." Dean comes with me. He's the greatest drummer in the freaking world. We jammed with him. It was like, oh my God, this guy's incredible. Dean says, after having auditions for hundreds of bass players. I mean, top-notch guys. You wouldn't believe these freaking guys.
You got some names?
I won't.
Nobody ever wants to give the names.
I can't.
All right, no problem.
I can't because that poor son of a bitch didn't get the gig. You know what I mean?
All right, no problem. Omerta.
So anyway, Dean goes, "Listen, I'm telling you, David Lee Roth's bass player, Todd Jensen, he's our guy. Let him get off the road. He's done. He's exhausted. He wants to do something different." And that's the birth of the band right there. And then it was in no time we had one of the largest record deals out there.
Right. That was the question I had. One of the questions I had was, how did you get Dean? Now I understand. He just came in with him from Bad English. Did you know that Dean could sing? Was Dean singing back then? Did you know how much of a voice he had?
Well, so I knew he was a great singer, but again, his job was not singing. Yeah.
Drummer.
So, but harmonies, yeah, of course. Of course. You could hear it. We worked well together.
Here's the thing about, now this is me as the fan, Ralphie Boy the fan. Okay. I played the shit out of that album. Double Eclipse was the debut album from Hardline. Okay. I'll go to my grave saying this. There's two bands that got lost in the shuffle at that time. Two of the most underrated bands of that time. One was Badlands with Greg Chason, Eric Singer, Jakey Lee, and the other one was Hardline. Because if those albums came out 5 years prior, they would have been huge. You did well, respectively, with this album. Here's the songs. Okay, the first song was Hot Cherry, which was done by Streetheart. We said that was a cover. That put you on the map.
Yeah.
Now you guys do Hot Cherry. It's going on the airwaves. You guys start touring behind that.
Yeah. That's exactly right. And the rest is history. We still play that song today.
Yeah.
We do. It's if people don't hear it, they're disappointed.
They're like, "What's that's your satisfaction?"
Yeah, that's when they sing it all. I barely have to sing. I feel like a loser. I don't like. Well, I got to do my job, but the people want to sing it.
But
and it's
if anybody listening doesn't have this album by Hardline, Double Eclipse, there's something wrong with you. Because I'm going to tell you these songs, and I'm going to give you the Rock Shop approval. Okay, Rhythm in a Red Car, which is a fucking awesome song. One of my favorite songs on the album was the song Everything.
Oh, yeah.
And you know who co-wrote Everything, right?
Everybody.
But who? And I'm going to tell you some trivia you probably don't even know.
So Eddie Money.
Eddie Money. And do you know where Eddie Money grew up?
Yeah, of course.
Where?
Well, wait a minute. I don't know the exact city.
Okay. Eddie Money grew up in Woodhaven.
Did he really?
Absolutely. 87th Street and Atlantic Avenue. His family were cops. He was a cop. They grew up on 87th and Atlantic, and then they moved out to Plainview, Long Island. What most people don't know is Eddie Money lived on 87th Street and Atlantic Avenue. Woodhaven is like 4 miles from Howard Beach, where Mr. Gioeli and myself and Ozone Park grew up. So there's your trivia. That is one of the best songs on the album. This is my opinion. One of the best songs on the album is Everything. And then you guys start hitting your stride. Your songs were on Baywatch. You were in the movie Rapid Fire with Brandon Lee. The song I'll Be There and Can't Find My Way. Those songs were all in movies.
Yes, that's exactly right. That was, and I'll never forget, man, I somewhere in this house, there's a demo of Eddie Money singing, "'Cause you're everything I want."
That's my boy, man. Eddie Money was the, oh my God.
He really wanted to keep that song
for himself.
I told Neal, I said, no way. We wrote that. No, that's a Hardline song.
Losing his daddy had a ghost he loved to drive.
Yeah,
that's my boy, man. Man, sadly, rest in peace, Eddie. What a great guy. But yeah, he co-wrote that song, and one of the best songs on the album, in my humble opinion.
Yeah, no, I love. We play that one 2 days.
Right. Yeah. So, what are some of the bands that you toured with during that time?
So, our very first tour with Hardline. So here I am, young 20s punk. Right, I got an $8.5 million record deal.
Wow, that's how much it was, huh? How many albums?
It was a 6-album deal, 2 + 2 + 2.
Wow.
Yeah. I bought my first house in my young 20s off of Hot Cherie, as a matter of fact. I never forget that first check. I'm like, wait a minute.
Holy shit.
I remember this is funny shit.
I love this, Johnny, because most people don't talk. I love that about you, man. I got to give it to you. Most people won't say that, and that's fucking awesome.
I'm going to tell you the honest to God truth, because that's who I am.
That's a boy from Queens. That's the difference. See, us in Queens, we don't hold back.
You know the old cliche, starving artist?
Yes.
Believe every word of that, bro, in the beginning.
Right, because you came from humble beginnings.
Yeah. When I got my first check and I put that in the bank, I would call the bank to listen to the automated teller just to hear the balance. And I'd play it back. I'm like,
yes.
I'm like, wait a minute, is there a mistake? And then she would play that your balance is. I'm like, this can't be true.
He's like, fuck this, I'm going Sizzler. We're going Sizzler. We're going Sizzler.
I just stepped up to Red Lobster. So, anyway, where the hell are we going with that, Ralph?
You were talking about your 6-album deal. I was talking about who you toured with.
Yeah, so here I am, a young punk, got this big deal. I'm in a band with Neal Schon from freaking Journey. And then our first tour is with Van Halen. The first show I do is Hardline. I step onto the stage at the Palace Auburn Hills with 50,000 people, and I'm sharing juicing recipes with Van Halen guys. It was just mind blowing, and what a time we had.
Simon Wright, I just had him on last night. He told me, he said Eddie Van Halen was one of the nicest guys he's ever met. The first night he met him, Eddie Van Halen gave him his telephone number and said, "Call me."
Eddie Van Halen. So Neal had to ask Eddie to please leave our dressing room because
my God,
a little bit.
Was there a lot of drinking and stuff going on?
No. It was just a lot of talking. He's just we would hear screaming and yelling in the hallways. We were thinking, of the hotels, and we're thinking, oh man, these fans are out of control. But it was Eddie and his brother.
It was Eddie. Wow.
Yeah, Eddie. Now just go. Yeah, anyway, they were at that point really into health, and we would on the rider we would have 100 pounds of carrots, and we'd make carrot juice, and we'd give it to the crew guys. Yeah, we were crazy.
Meanwhile, you're coming from the 80s and early 90s where everybody's friggin' snorting their brains out, you know, and you guys are juicing and having carrots. That's like crazy.
Yeah, oxymoron rockers. Yeah, no, I never got into any of that stuff, man, which I think has something to do with keeping the voice in good shape.
I was going to say, and I got to get this out of the way, because everybody, when they found out you were coming on my show, everybody's like, first of all the girls were going crazy. But they were like, his voice. Your voice sounds identical 30 years later. And I can honestly say that. From now until back then, same fucking voice. If you go on, I mean, I know you don't like it, but if you go on YouTube and you look at the videos and you read the comments, they're like, Johnny Gioeli sounds the same as he did in 1991. You know, you kept yourself in shape, bro. So anyway.
Well, yeah, you're right. I mean, that has a lot to do with it. And the second my voice doesn't sound the same, I want somebody to tell me, and that's when I stop, bro. I'm serious.
Yeah,
that's
you got.
Stop.
I mean, did you see Vince Neal? Did you see that video with him the other day?
No.
You know, and I'm a huge Motley Crue fan, and I love Vince Neal. He went on stage. He couldn't finish Girls, Girls, Girls. They started playing it, and he goes, my voice is shot. I can't do it. This is my first show back, and he walked off the stage. So I know you don't want to get to that point.
Yeah, I don't want to get to that point. And, you know, look, this it's one thing, you know, people understand that we're older now and that, you know, physically everything changes, you know, everything changes.
Right.
And so you got to either go with it and the fans have to accept that this is all we can give at that point.
Right. And
if they're having fun, like, you know, Vince is having fun. I actually did a song with him. We went into the studio together.
Did you?
My brother and I actually sang. This was a sad situation when his daughter passed away.
Oh, Skylar. That was during the Carved in Stone album.
Yeah. So Skylar's song, my brother and I did the background harmonies for Vince. We went into the studio together. That was just
oh my God.
At that point.
Oh boy.
But that was a horrific time period. But anyway, when you're having fun, man, it doesn't matter how old you are, and the fans can relive that time period, even if it's not perfect. Who gives a shit, man?
Well, I mean,
so much stress and so much shit going on in our lives that this is a great escape.
And I'm not kissing your ass because you know I wouldn't do that. But I watch the videos, I see it, and you bring it every night, and you sweat like a whore in church when you're on stage. I mean,
do, man.
So you're putting your all into these songs.
I really am, man. Here's why. I'll tell you exactly why. One, I wake up every morning, and that's a good thing.
Absolutely. Every day above ground's a good day.
I wake up grateful, bro. So I think of things, I really do. Every single day of my life, I wake up and I go, if it wasn't for the people like you, Ralph, and the listeners that took us in, you know what I mean? They took us in like orphans and supported us. What the hell would I be, bro? I'd be just this voice, right? So I am so grateful. So in those shows, I realized a couple of things. I realized that these people are here because they're escaping from their world right now. They want to relive this music that made us feel so great. They paid for a ticket, and I'm going to give them everything. If I fucking collapse and need someone to resuscitate me, I'm going for it. And I know a lot of guys, man, that go, I don't want to play. I don't feel like playing tonight.
They're cashing it in.
I want to slap them silly because I can't. So after this COVID shit's done, so we're scheduled to go back on the road the end of July in Europe. I start in England. I'm in Bulgaria. I'm in Russia. I'm all over the place. I'm going to I may lick the stage. I don't know about I may give it a little tongue because I can't wait. And I need to see people. I love people.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely. So I'm going to talk about that towards the end of the interview. I want to talk about playing out, but,
sure.
What was some of the standard question? What are some of the influences that you had? I know you're a huge Queen fan.
Yeah, huge Queen fan. I had lunch in Germany with Mac, who was the producer of all those. Yeah, and
produced and not only produced Queen. I got to bring this up because I say this. This is the fourth interview I said this. He produced one of the best Black Sabbath albums ever, Dehumanizer, with Ronnie James Dio.
Yeah, people don't realize that.
Oh my God, what a producer that Reinhold Mack his name is, but he's known as Mac.
Yeah, and so I actually had lunch with Mac in Germany.
Oh,
And
tell me you're working with him.
No, not working with him, but just we shared some schnitzel together, and I was like, I mean, freaking Reinhold Mach,
Right?
I mean, and he was telling me Freddie Mercury stories, like,
and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah, he's like, I never forget, I'd sit with Freddie Mercury, and Freddie would say, Mac, would you like some wine? He'd say, would you like me to get you some wine?
Oh my God.
And he goes, yeah, I'll get some wine. And Freddie would go, get me some wine!
Get me some wine!
Get me some wine! He wouldn't get anything. He was just going to.
And a little person with cocaine on his head.
So
you see Bohemian Rhapsody when he had those little people with the cocaine plates on their head?
That was great.
You fucking kidding me?
Queen for the whole. So my humble beginnings actually started in the theater world. I did from 8 years old to 11. I was doing off-Broadway shows. So I was a theater guy. So Queen and that whole thing just, Queen. Then, of course, Ronnie James Dio.
My boy.
Klaus Meine, Scorpions, which we may be looking at a Axel Rudi Pell Scorpions tour for next spring, which is killer. But I've done shows with those guys before. I've had dinner with them. And I'm sitting there going, this isn't real, man. Because remember, I mean, look, I'm a musician. I'm whatever you call it, rock star, or whatever the hell. But I'm a fan, man.
Right.
I'm a fan.
Like everybody else.
Like everybody else.
Awesome.
So,
I mean, that's great. So I want to.
So those are my influences.
Yeah. I'm going to try to move it along as best we can. So you wind up becoming disenchanted because of the fucking grunge era, which I said I'll go to my grave stating that Badlands and Hardline were two of the most underrated bands of that era. And you wind up, did you lose your record deal or did you just dissolve the band and you says I'm done?
No, we lost the record deal. The deal went away because they asked us to conform to this grunge sound.
There you go.
And we're like, we're not a grunge band. And it was after that meeting, I said to the personal manager, I said, we're done. And the next day we got the call and we were done. And so then I needed some time, man, because it's like you work all your life, you make that epic album, you've got millions of dollars.
That was an epic album.
And then, I mean, you need therapy, bro, after that.
Right, because you lost, I mean, you're saying $8.5 million, you only did one album, you do the math.
Yeah, there was is everything that I worked for, and then in one afternoon, it's gone. My therapy was time. I needed time. I mean, anyone would. Yeah. And it wasn't the money. I'm going to tell you, honestly, it was never about the money for me. It was about making people happy. And hearing that crowd, when let me tell you something. When they're radioing, they're saying, "Okay, lights in 10, okay, lights in 5, lights in 2, 1, lights," and you hear that. Let me tell you something.
That's a rush. Man. No high can give you that. No drug can get you that.
No, that's Viagra times 10. That brings it up. I'm telling you. And when you think that you're never going to have that feeling again, that messes you up.
Yeah.
That messes you up. And so I needed time after that.
Yeah. So the story goes, I'll tell the fans, Johnny leaves the business. He winds up running his family's business. This is like 92. Yeah. He doesn't resurface again until 1998, where he gets a call to replace Jeff Scott Soto and Axel Rudi Pell. Am I right?
That's right. Exactly right. Actually, so it was around 90. So it was 98 when I did the first Axel record. Yeah. And
you went on to record, what is it, 17 to 20? How many albums?
Well, okay.
I think it's 20. I think it's 20.
It's going to blow your mind. I'm now working on album number 96.
Well, you fans, you get the picture. And I don't want to, I mean, we're going to talk about them, but I don't want to talk about the main focus now is Hardline and the new stuff. But Axel Rudi Pell is a band in overseas, Germany, Europe. Their basis of that band is more of the vein of Rainbow and Knight in Shining Armor. That's basically what the songs are about. They're about knights in shining armor.
Yeah, it's all wizards and dragons, and
like Dio. And I got to tell you, one of the best acts, and I'm a fan of Axel Rudi Pell, but I got to tell you, one of the best albums you came out with was the new one, Sign of the Times. That was one of my favorite albums that you came out with. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not crazy about all of them, but that one and the beginnings were really, really good. And the drummer in Axel Rudi Pell is none other than Smithtown native Bobby Rondinelli.
Bobby Rondinelli, yo.
Another paisan. I got to get him on the show. I see him all the time. He plays out here in Katie's in Smithtown. He played in Black Sabbath too.
Yep. Yeah, he holds it down for us in the Axel band. And yeah, I don't love all the songs either. And when you're singing about wizards and dragons, I need a teleprompter because every song
you're
like the dragon, with the shiny
sometimes it's like Charlie Brown's school to you. You're reading the lyrics and you hear. So we're gonna get back to Hardline.
Okay, let's get back to
Hardline. You say, you know what? I'm gonna try, and I say try, to put Hardline back together. Okay, and that was in 2002, where you say, I'm going to put a band together and we're going to release the album number 2. And my guess is you weren't too happy.
Yeah, right. So here's how it goes. Here's how it played out.
So, we got to talk about this a little bit because I want to tell I want to build up to the other albums.
All good, Ralphie. Here's the true story, right from the mouth of whoever
of the Gioeli man,
the Gioeli babe. So Serafino starts this record company called Frontier. Serafino Perugino.
My boy, Serafino Perugino from Frontiers. I interviewed a lot of people from Frontiers, and that's my paisan. I love him.
Yeah, he worked hard. This was his dream, his vision. So he sends me, I think it was an email back then, and says, I want to do I want to do a Hardline record. And I said, no, thank you. And he goes, I'll give you. I won't say the amount.
What are you, a fucking crazy?
So he goes, I'll give you X amount of money. And I said, it's not about money. I don't want to do it. I'm not ready. A week later, I'll give you this much money. I said, no, I don't know. No, I said, bro, it's not about the money. Thank you so much. He goes, no, people need to hear your voice. I'll give you this much money. And I said, no, it's not about the money. I'm not ready. So a few months go by. He comes back with another offer. I said, listen.
He's like, now Johnny's like, wait a second, I could get a house or something here.
No, I didn't, bro. I'm telling you, it's never been about the money for me. I said, stop, bro. All right, let's do that. Let's do the record. And we start building it. I wasn't ready, man.
Yeah.
I wasn't mentally ready. And that one, Hardline 2, it just, I still wasn't ready. You can hear it. I wasn't ready.
As a fan, and this is Ralphie boy, I got to tell you, you swung and you missed on that one.
Yeah, no, it sucked.
But I give you credit for trying to come back. And listen, sometimes it's just like an actor. Look at Gene Hackman. Look at one of the best actors of all time, and look at some of the movies that he made. And you say to yourself, why did he do those movies? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's 2002. You didn't come out with another Hardline album until 2009, Leaving the End Open. A little bit better. The song Voices, I think, is a standout.
Yeah, but that's my son's favorite album. Either you love that album or you think, okay, it's one of those.
Right.
Yeah, it's getting better. That's right. It's getting better.
But I'm going to tell you where you hit it out of the fucking park. This is when you hook up with this Alessandro Del Vecchio, who's all over Frontiers. He's in Hardline, and you do Danger Zone, which has my favorite Hardline song ever. And you know what that is? Come on.
No, I don't know.
Fever Dreams.
Oh,
are you kidding? What, Johnny?
Okay, all right.
Oh my God!
I didn't know. I thought you could say maybe Danger Zone. Living in the dark.
No, Johnny. This album, I played the fucking shit out of it. I was like, Hardline's back, Stone Cold, Heart of Gold, set me free.
Dude, you're hired. Let's go.
Dark Night. Poison Bite, Fever Dreams.
Yeah.
My fucking boy Johnny. That song. Can't see through. Leave it alone. Yes. Yeah. One more time. A later dawn. Brightness gone. Fever Dreams.
Yeah.
How about this? Gioeli Vitale. How about that? Forget Castronovo. Gioeli Vitale and Castronovo. How about that? Come on, you get me a wig, I'll lose a few pounds, and I'm ready to go, buddy. Come on.
All right, the audition went well.
Anyway, Johnny, that song, you hit that fucking thing out of the park. Dangerous. I'm like, Hardline is back. Johnny, that it's still. A matter of fact, I wanted to get the CD. It's still in my car. That the album is killer. Then you come out with another one, 2014, Human Nature. The song "Take You Home."
Yes.
Step Below, Fever Dreams, still killer. I mean, you're coming out with album after album after album now. I have to say,
love is gonna take you home.
Exactly. This Alessandro Del Vecchio, he's all over the place with Frontiers. He's working with you. He's working with Revolution Saints. He's working with Resurrection Kings. I don't know how this guy sleeps.
He doesn't, not much. He's a producer. He's an engineer. He masters. He's got his studio is connected to his home. This guy's working and writing.
And he's a member of Hardline.
Yeah, he's our keyboard player.
Right. No, I know. I'm just telling the fans because people.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's my boy. God bless him. I love him. I just spoke to him this morning. We speak almost every day.
Yeah, I'm friends with him on Facebook, and I really would love to get him on the show. I don't know if he does interviews, but I always compliment him, and because I really am a fan, because I can see the work that he puts out. It's not like he's putting out bullshit work. This guy knows his stuff. Everything that he is attached to has a hook, and it's in our realm of music, melodic AOR rock.
Yeah, I mean, that's it.
You know what I mean? And I can't say enough about that guy. That's why I'm telling you, when you hooked up with him and you guys meshed, you knocked it out of the park. You can see night and day difference on a Hardline album. And I'm not just saying it's just because of him, because you're a big part of that as well.
No, but he was so he came to me by way of Serafino. Serafino says, listen, there's this kid, he's pretty talented. Would you take a chance and work with him? I go, I don't know who the hell this guy is. Who is he?
Come on, forget about it. What the fuck is this guy?
Who is Alessandro Del Vecchio?
Get out of here.
Sounds like what I ate for dinner last night. But he said, Johnny, he says, John, trust the me. I said, all right, Serafino, I'll trust the you. And so we hit it off immediately. And here's the best part of Alessandro. Besides, he's an incredible singer. He's a great producer. He's a great engineer. He's a great human being. At my age, I'm going to be 54 in October. I can't believe this shit. I'm going to be 54. But at my age, I don't work with assholes anymore. Those
days are done.
Like, okay, well, I know this guy's an asshole, but it really could help. No, I don't need your help from any asshole. So
right.
Alessandro he's real family.
And I'm telling you as a fan, Johnny, I mean, the albums are getting better and better. Then you came out with 2019, you came out with Life, which is my second favorite Hardline album.
Yep.
You have The Place to Call Home is up there with Fever Dreams as one of my favorite songs.
Thank you, bro.
Gotta tell you.
We worked hard on that album.
And I want to tell the people about the band, because we got a bunch of paisans in the band. All right. We got Mario Percudani on guitar. We got Marco Di Salvia on drums.
Yep.
Now, this girl, and you got to relay this message for me. This bass player, Anna Portalupi, she's got to be about 110 pounds. She carries a bass that's twice the size of her, and you see her boom, boom, boom. I'm saying to myself, holy fuck.
Yeah, she kicks ass, bro.
Oh my God, Johnny.
So she has a nickname. So her name is Anna Portalupe. We call her Anna Portapupu.
Oh,
because we all bust each other's balls nonstop. But Anna is a
monster.
She's a monster. We do the funniest thing, bro. I gotta just tell you this. We do the funniest thing. So on stage, when I'm introducing the band, I say, the beautiful, the incredible, the sexy, the monster, Alessandro Del Vecchio. And we laugh like hell. We squat. She's like,
hey, Bafagul.
Yeah,
Bafu, hey.
It's great.
No, I mean, fans, you got to check out Hardline 2021. Get all the albums that I'm telling you. They're all Rock Shop approved, except for two. That's up to you if you want to buy them.
Forget about those two.
But yeah, I mean, she brings it every night. Now, Johnny, let me ask you, because you've been with Frontiers now. It's 13 years.
13 years. Yeah.
Is Hardline one of the biggest selling artists on Frontiers?
I don't know. These guys are pretty, they're kind of like witness protection, man. They're not talking.
They don't tell you anything. They keep the numbers close.
I don't listen.
They're like,
I don't think
they talk like this. They talk like in casino. What's going? Yeah, tell him to come down here. No. What's up with this guy? No, he's all right. He's okay. He's okay. What's up with Hardline? No. They sold that for 20,000 copies.
I will tell you this. We wouldn't be making albums if we weren't doing well for the label. I'll just put it to you that way.
Exactly. That's what I mean. I mean, you guys, and I'll tell you, as a fan, I love Frontiers because they came out with all the bands that we were growing up on, and they were releasing the albums. You know what I mean? Yeah. But here's the thing. It's so hard to get attached to a band, and they're done after one album. Yeah, you know what I mean? Hardline is not that band. Album after album after album. I can go on and on about these bands. I don't want to name names, but people know who I'm talking about. They come out, a super group. Okay, we're putting this out. Yeah, they put it out, this one good song. They're done. So,
one and done.
Does that bother you, Johnny? And I'm not knocking Hardline because I'm telling you can't get a bigger Hardline fan than me.
Okay.
That you don't play in the States.
Yeah, it bothers me. It does. But
I give my left nut to see you guys play in the States.
Well, thank you, bro. We're good with nuts, but thank you. Appreciate the offer. So here's the way it is, Ralph. So some of it's fear for me.
Really?
I don't. So when things changed here in the United States with music, I had a lot of fear.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that I won't be able to draw 10 people in Starbucks. I'm nervous. And we do get offers, but our core, look, there's a lot of huge European stars that live in America because no one knows who the hell they are.
Yeah.
That's the way it is for me. When I go to Europe and Asia and Eastern Europe, wherever I am,
you're bringing fans.
It's a big deal, man. It's like
I see it. I see it.
Yeah, it's security. It's a big thing. When I come home, my wife says, take the garbage out. I'm like, hey, I got people to do that.
She's like, no, you take the fucking garbage out.
Get out right now, or you go in the can.
Right.
So so part of it is fear, Ralphie, number one. Number two, part of it is I like my life in America where nobody bothers me. No one really knows. I mean, some do, but I couldn't go into a restaurant without someone breaking my balls. And that's all part of it. And I love it. And I would stop eating and you do whatever I got to do, son. But I kind of like this because I can go there, I can play rock star, and I can come home and I can take the trash out. It's cool. It works for me.
I hear you, but I'm just
telling. That's the only reason right now. That's the only reason.
I'm telling you as a fan, this is me as a fan, Johnny. I miss it. I really do miss it. And Hardline is a band that I've never seen you live, since 92.
Oh.
You know what I mean? I only see what I see on television and the DVDs and stuff like that. But, all right. Brand new album by Hardline. Okay. Brand new album. I put the songs up. The name of the album is called Heart, Mind, and Soul. Okay. The two songs that I put up were Fuel to the Fire and Surrender. Okay, now I got to tell you, I'm friends with Sylvester Stallone. All right, the next Rocky movie that comes out, I want Surrender to be in it because that is the perfect Rocky song for a soundtrack.
Ralphie, work that out. All right, we'll split it right down the middle, 80-20.
80-20?
Right down the middle.
This is Howard Beach, bro. This is Howard Beach here. The numbers don't add up. You know what I mean? Yeah. So Johnny, how'd you work on this album? I mean, I know you were working during COVID. You recorded it.
Yeah. So this one was interesting, bro. This was an interesting record to make because you couldn't put aside, hundreds of thousands of people dying, people out of work, financial issues, stress, people committing suicide. You couldn't put that aside and say, okay, I'm going to make a nice, happy record now. It was a tough record to make, but it was a great record to make. And here's why, because we used a lot of what was going on to our advantage in the message. Surrender, even though it's called Surrender.
It's never surrender.
Never surrender. Right. And this song happened because a girl was going to kill herself in Argentina and listened to one of my songs and said, I'm not going to do it. And that word got back to me. So some of the lyrics in that song is like, I'm trying to recall some of the lyrics for you. So where I say that I didn't know you needed me. I didn't know you needed me. And that's so true. There's so much of that going on. So we built this album. There's a lot of great messages. It's a very summer record.
Yeah, and it's coming out. It's coming out in the summer.
It's coming out in early July, yes, and next month, Jesus. And so I love the whole. I ran this morning. You know, I'm an avid. You know, I'm into health. I try. You know, look, we all put it on a little bit.
The carrots. Wow, you look great, man.
Oh, thank you. I mean, I try. It's harder and harder, but I listened to this record this morning on my run. I'm a fan of this record.
That's what I want to hear, because if you're a fan of it, the fans are going to be a fan of it. You know what I mean?
Can tell you something, Ralphie. I think, you know, those two songs, Fuel the Fire, Surrender, are great songs.
Absolutely. They're on my page.
The best is yet to come, bro, as far as I'm concerned.
Now going forward, I don't mean to get into your personal, but I'm just saying,
all good.
Do we have to see how this album does before we know if there's going to be another Hardline album, or you're set? We're good.
No. So, you know, technically, my contract is finished with Frontiers for Hardline.
See, I got something out of you. All right.
But I look.
You know.
I told them jokes this morning. I text over jokes in the morning and shit. We're like family. I said, "You guys want to keep making Hardline records?" They said, "What are you fucking kidding me?" Of course.
Come on. What are you still not?
I was like, "Okay," because you know we don't really have a deal. I said,
right. You want to make sure you have some security.
So no, I mean I'm good with whatever they want to do. So here's the thing, you know, I love creating music. I was listening to this album this morning, Heart, Mind, and Soul. Probably one of my favorites. One of the songs is called "We Belong," and people think, "Oh, it's so nice about a man and a woman and a man and a man, girl and a girl, whatever. Love is love, whatever." But it's my son started playing guitar, and he came downstairs and he played me this riff, and I went, "Brandon, play that again." He's 17. He was 16 at the time. I said, "Play that again," and I recorded him, and I turned it into the song called "We Belong."
Wow. Does he get writing credit?
He does. He's got his own ASCAP account. He's going to get the whole thing. I'm not quite sure he's going to have the same bank account.
Like he's going to be. He doesn't have to call up. He could just go online and check his balance now.
Yeah, you're right. So I surprised him with the song, and it's really interesting. You're going to dig this song. I mean, this song is about.
You got to tell me.
It's a relationship between song and man. And no matter where you are, no matter what you feel, that song will never leave you. Your spouse may, your girlfriend, your boyfriend may.
But the song doesn't.
Will never leave you. And that song's about that relationship. We belong. And also it ties into so my whole deal, man, not to get all, you know, deep and gooey, but this album for me, I've recognized being home for a year that we've got a third of this country has some serious mental health issues, serious depression. A third, bro.
Anxiety.
And I really didn't, because look, I'm always moving, I'm always going. So I don't know, I'm not always in front of the TV knowing what's going on, right? So I realized that I want to do everything I possibly can, because I don't suffer from this. I wake up, man, I'm like a freaking Mexican jumping bean.
Yeah.
I'm happy, I'm grateful, I'm going, because I don't suffer from this illness, right? But it's a real thing, and I recognized it, and I put as much good message to help people in this album as I possibly could, because I love people.
Yes, I'm sure it's going to be great, Johnny. Those two songs, if those are the watermark for that album, it's going to be a huge album.
I think so.
Yeah, so that's the new album, everybody. It's called Heart, Mind, and Soul. Just a couple more things, Johnny, and we're done. Yep. I'm waiting to get Dean. Dean committed to the show, and he's got some back issues. He had to cancel, but he posted that he's doing another Revolution Saints album and another Gioeli Castronovo album.
Castrocazzo, yep.
Yeah. So I got to tell you, another one. I got too many favorites here. I'm not just kissing your ass. Set the World on Fire. Remember Me and Who I Am. They're up there. They're up there, bro. And One Voice from Gioeli. And I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass. And I mean this, fans. These are killer quality songs. I don't know where this guy gets these friggin' inspirations from. He comes out with song after song after song after song, you know, since Hardline 2.
Ralph, yeah, since Hardline too. Ralph, I got to tell you something. I was driving with my wife in the car today. We're taking care of running some errands, right? And we were listening to the song "We Belong" on this new album. And I literally shut it off and I said, honey, I don't know where I get the ideas from. I know it's a God thing, it's a gift thing, but I really don't know how
it comes from. It just hits you.
Like so after it's all created, you go through the whole process and you're getting your message out, right? And then when you have some time to finally listen to it, you go, wow, I did that. So I'm as excited at this second as I was in 1992. It doesn't get boring for me. It doesn't get like, oh, I gotta make another album. I love this shit. Oh my God. I just gotta tell you, Ralphie, I got 13% left on this computer.
Yeah, we're almost done. We're ready to go.
It's all good.
We're ready to go.
Yeah, another Dean Johnny record. Yeah, Gio Novo. We call it Gio Novo.
That's awesome, man. I can't wait to meet him. He's one of my drumming. I'm a drummer. He's one of my drumming heroes. And he's a ball of fire like me and you. Like we're going. But yeah, there's gonna be another Gioeli Casanova record. I'm excited for that. Yeah. Just 3 more questions, and we're done.
13%.
Yeah, we'll do it in 10%. Don't worry about it. And then you got my number. You can call me. We'll finish. But anyway, is there anybody that you haven't worked with that you would like to work with?
Good question.
Could be anybody. Because you do a lot with Frontiers. I know you work with a lot of their artists.
Yeah, I work with. You know what? I get offers every single.
Right. Well, you're a phenomenal voice.
To work. Oh, thank you, bro. To work with people, and I love it. So, but I'm pretty selective because I just want to make sure that I can deliver.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People are like, oh, will you sing on my record? And I'm like, again, not about the money. It's about, can I bring you value with my voice on your song? So is there anyone in particular? No, Ralph, I'll work with anyone, if I think that I can add value to it.
Yeah.
Really, that's it.
Well, all right. Well, I mentioned before to you, I'll send you his information. The person that we spoke to, his name is Jim. You know Jim. Man. I'll send it to you. But here's a suggestion. As a fan, I'd love to see this band. I know you worked with him before. I'd love to see a band. I'm going to talk to Serafino about this. I want to see you work with Doug Ulrich.
Oh, I love Dougie.
Rudy Sarzo.
Okay.
And we'll throw Dean in there. And you guys, and that would be a hell of a band. And no offense to your band, because you have a killer band. I love Hardline. I love all the Paisans over there. I'm only saying as a side project. Sure. And I know you worked on Doug's solo album.
Yeah, worked with Doug. I've known Doug since the late 80s when he was in the band called Lion.
Lion and Burning Rain. Hurricane.
Rain. Yep. So I've known Dougie for a long time. We toured with Dio right before Dio passed away. We did like the last 5 shows, and
he was in Dio.
Doug was in the band, and I've always loved. It's so funny. I just watched a Doug video today. I was just checking out, and I was just watching him play and style.
Phenomenal player.
Oh, he's just,
right. So there you go. I got the juices flowing. Let's do it, Johnny. Right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it for Johnny.
Go. Okay, Ralphie wants us to do this, Doug. Yeah. All right, cool. We're in.
All right, Johnny. Yeah. So anybody that wants to find Johnny, one thing, Johnny, where besides the Frontiers website, where can they find you?
Yeah, they can go to hardlinerocks.com. That's the website. We're on Facebook.
Facebook all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I try to reply to as much as I possibly can. Yeah. It's hard. It's not easy, but if someone needs something, I'm usually there for them. You know what I mean? All
right. So at the end of every interview, I do a thing called this or that. I'm going to give you some songs, some people, some things. You got to pick one. Okay?
Okay.
You ready?
As long as I get the choice. I'm ready.
Godfather 1, 2, or 3?
1.
All right. New York pizza or Italian pizza?
New York pizza, bro.
All right. Way to go. Who Wants to Live Forever or Radio Gaga?
For me, Who Wants to Live Forever?
Because you covered that song.
I covered it.
All right. Mets or Yankees?
Mets.
Yes, Johnny, baby. Queens, baby.
Oh, Mets. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And one last thing. And I hate to, you know what? We got to do it. Ronnie James Dio or Steve Perry?
Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, that hurts. That hurts deep. All right. I'm going Ronnie James Dio, bro, because that was my sound.
That's it.
Ronnie James Dio.
Awesome. All right. I want to thank Johnny Gioeli. Johnny, you made my day. I can't tell you how much of a fan I am, and you're even a better person in person than I knew. I knew you when you were a kid. Now you didn't change since you got a little coin in your pocket.
Yeah, no, that doesn't. Yeah, I'm all good, man.
All right, I'm gonna send you that information, Johnny, and I'll send it to Allie. And I wanted to get you. I want to give you a Rock Shop T-shirt.
Oh yes, come on now.
Maybe you put it on the album. No, I'm only kidding. But yeah, Johnny, you're welcome back anytime. Anytime. You have my telephone number. Anything you want to promote, you come on at all. You really made my day. The fans are gonna love it. My phone is blowing up as it is. They thought it was gonna be a live stream, but it's gonna be posted to my personal page and my show page.
No problem, man.
Thanks, Johnny.
Brother, thank you so much, Rob.
Take care.
We'll talk soon.
Yes, thank you. Bye.